Hi, welcome to my studio. Thanks for joining me today. Today I'm going to do two things. I'm going to enjoy my bougie water. I've gotten these lacrosse, however you say, waters. This one is strawberry peach, and my cat decided to join me today. She's in my lap. See her tail walking by. And if you follow me on Facebook at all, I've been treating myself in the afternoon to one of these, and I pour the water in a sorry, Sadie. See, look, there she is. I think she wants my attention. Anyway, Rue is a winery from Ellijay where I visited, and I bought a wine glass when I had a cider tasting. That was fun. And to make it even more fun, when I went to Italy with Michelle Hill this past September for one of the events, she added a glowing cube to our drinks. These last until the little LED battery, whatever, dies, but it'll last you through a few events or one long one. But I'm going to show you what it does when you drop it in the water. Isn't that cool? It changes colors. And today we're going to do a continuous line drawing featuring one of the drinks I had earlier this week. So I thought, you have to see what I'm doing to make one for yourself. I don't remember what, I got the cubes somewhere online, just glowing LED ice cubes. You can find them. And I'm going to have a little sip here and there. But I'm also doing one other thing is I'm going to be painting, not with my usual palette, but I found this set up online when I'm going to be teaching a class, and I was trying to find something not too expensive that people who weren't into watercolor or had never tried would be able to get a kit fairly easily and have enough colors to survive. So this one has these colors, which pretty much everything you need there. I really like the Payne's Gray so that you have a nice dark. You don't have a brown, but you can easily mix that. And you have a green that you can work from. It's a picture up that I'm drawing from, and you can draw along with me. I'm going to get a pen and do a continuous line drawing of my bougie water drink, and I think there's a spoon down below. I always bring a spoon with me because I like to eat the frozen fruit after the drink's gone. So enjoy the afternoon and grab a drink. Oh, and Mom, this is non-alcoholic, just so that you know. Love ya. Okay, I have my drink right above my journal right now. I just wanted you to see how lovely that is. Just makes me want to enjoy the afternoon. The picture we're going to be working from, I have on my netbook, and I'm going to have that over to the left during post edit. So I still had a few pages in this journal that I want to finish, and even though that is a vertical up and down picture, well, look, I still have blueberries on my hand. Look at that. I picked over 15 pounds of blueberries in an hour and a half this morning, and I've been processing them. Okay, I guess I'm not going to do that page after all. Let me flip the page. And we'll do vertical, up and down. Okay, that'll be a little better for the composition anyway. Now, I do want to show you the paint that I'm going to be using, V+. I'll find the link. It was from Amazon. I think it was around $22. This is what I liked, that it had multiple mixing spaces, and the fact that I could connect it to my journal. So for this journal, because I'm toward the end and I'm working upside down, if I was out painting and not doing a demo, it would be set up like that, where it would hold onto my book. Or it comes with this kit, is the kit, the magnet, and this small water brush. I haven't tried this water brush yet. I used a different brush to make the key. It comes with the printed part. You just have to paint the key. I'm going to want a larger water brush, so I will add that to the kit. I will also add my two favorite drawing tools, a Uniball Vision Fine, it's just as long as it's Uniball and the waterproof. Micron, whoops, that's too big, should be 005. I'll swap that out. A mechanical pencil, Uniball Signo white gel pen, a little spritz bottle for moistening the paint, a pipette to fill up my water brush, And sometimes I like to have a compass. And okay, I'm gonna go to my stopwatch and time the drawing. Oh, actually, I meant to start with the other one. This one's heavier, and that's okay. It's okay. Sometimes you just have to embrace it. Just go with the flow. And if it's not quite even, that's all right. And go back up and do the napkin. There's a little leaf. There's another leaf. That's okay. Got off a little bit. So, and then we have a strawberry. Don't think of it as a strawberry. Just look at what shape it is. Try to, oh, and you run into the spoon. Angle line curves around. And it comes up. You can continue the corner. I really don't usually talk when I'm doing this part. It's harder to wonky spoon. I can correct that. Do some drawing inside it. Draw the strawberry. Quit talking. Sorry. I want to kind of indicate where the edges are of things and lightly touch where things are light if possible. Okay, stop. Ah. Oh shoot. It continued. What did I do? It continued from my last one. I wonder if it's 231 from this one. 231. Let's go with 231. Yeah, I just didn't clear it, and it continued from the last time I was timing something. Okay, so 2 minutes and 31 seconds to do a quick sketch. That's not too bad. So we're going to put that up. I'm going to note it down here. Definitely need water in your water brush, and I went ahead and got my Pentel Large. This is the one I normally paint with. It's a much bigger point than the one that came with the kit, but I'm going to give it a try and use the one that it came with and see how it does. Squeeze the water first, make sure that it's flowing, and it does. Put the lid on the, oh no, okay, I can tell you right now, this is what I don't like about this pen. It doesn't hold the lid. Negative. All right, that's not bad. That's close enough. We'll see how that does. Okay, always have a paper towel or some kind of towel handy to wipe your brush. I do think I want to spritz the paint. Test your spritzer. I just got some the other day that this might be one of them. And when I first tried them, they spritz pretty good, but that was more of a stream. Test it before you squirt it on your stuff. Man, I guess learn what not to do. Learn from me what not to do. Okay, I do love that greenish glow back there. I don't want it to be too bright, but I want it to be a little warmer than that. So I'm going to take a little bit of yellow and mix in, and I'm going to go ahead and paint that. Well, that's a little brighter. That's a little deeper. They do dry lighter. I don't want to make that solid, but yeah, watercolor dries lighter, as a reminder. There's little bits of green reflecting on the edges of the rim. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in there, and a little bit of green down in here. Most of what the glass, most of that is going to probably be wet on wet because it's all blurred. So anytime you have things that are blurred, you need to be working on a wet surface. Okay. I'm not used to this little brush. It's kind of crazy. Okay. I am not going to worry about the dark background on this. The dark background shows through in the glass, but I'm just going to squeeze water on this part in here and try to strategically lay in where colors should be. All right, so there is darker behind the glass. Oh, one thing I forgot to draw, I didn't draw the edge of the water. Whoops. We'll just kind of indicate it in. Maybe that'll work. Maybe not. We'll find out. Okay, the strawberry below the water is really dark. And so is this one over here. And down here. Okay, I might not have got the paper wet enough. Don't feel it. See how hard that edge is? Because this is such a tiny brush. I'm just going to blur it out. I'm going to add a little darker back in here. And a little more red up here. I'll just go ahead and do the strawberry all the way up. Can't even really tell what it is. That's okay. I can describe it out here. Okay, down the stem of the glass and on the curve of the glass is gray. There's a variety of reflections in the spoon, so I'm just looking for the dark curves right now. I'm not making that very dark, but that's okay. If you want it darker, you just stay in the paint longer. See? That'll make it really dark. Might not need it that dark. Alright, so that's a little too dark. So wipe your brush, squeeze your brush out, and let it thin the paint. So, okay. If you put too much paint on your painting, then get it wet and lift it off. It's not that big a deal. It's a piece of paper. Oop, look what I did. I drug my finger through it. I touched it. Well, I know what. I'll draw a strawberry over here. I'll just paint one in, and then I'll outline it later. I'll put a head on this one. So you just embrace your mistakes. I was just finishing editing this and realized I didn't hit record when I threw in some shadows. I did add the outline on the strawberry. And you know, when you look at this cup glass versus the other, yeah, I didn't get the right shape. Things are not accurate. But when I look at this drawing, I'm going to remember my glowing ice cubes, my frozen strawberries, the enjoyment I get out of eating them once my water is finished, and the memory is still intact. So your drawings don't have to be accurate for your memory to be there. And when you can relax and just capture the moment, it's a lot more fun. So I hope you try it. See you next week.